Hello everyone, today I'm bringing another video out on the Mark V general service respirator, but this one has a longer hose, and it also comes with the Mark VI haversack. Now the long hosed variation of the Mark V was really meant for RAF and the Royal Navy, as with this one there's not really a good way to actually get it high on the chest. So really you're supposed to wear this one pretty, well, not on the chest, as the hose will have enough length so it can actually go from the haversack, which should be on your hip, to up to your face. So without any further ado, let's get right into this haversack. So here we have the Mark VII haversack. So the Mark VII haversack is basically, it's gone back to almost like the Mark V design. So it has just one flap instead of, you know, the two. This also has the sew-on strap with these rings. And of course the piece of whipcord would be tied around this, to which I think is the whipcord. No, the whipcord doesn't come with this. And there's also the hole as well, so a drainage hole. It's another place where you can actually tie the whipcord as well. So without further ado, let's actually take a look at the haversack and its contents. So I've taken everything out of the haversack just so it's a little bit more maneuverable. So again, you have the Nui style press studs with the pebble grain, not the pebble grain, pebbled finish. On the inside of the haversack, we have stamp Mark VII, H&S 1941. So this was made in 1941, and there's all the compartments on the inside. So the compartments would be very simple. So that's for the face piece or the filter, vice versa on the other pocket. In the middle, this is for the anti-dimming outfit, and then you have this pocket which is actually made for the eye shields, and then this one which is made for the ointment anti-gas. And then you also have this piece of twine, so you can actually, I believe that's so you can keep the hose a lot more stable in here, I think. And of course, with practically most of them, you have this big pocket here. Unlike the previous two, unlike the Mark VI, they delete the loop inside the haversack for the anti-dimming outfit, which is rather interesting. Then again, it's trying to make these cheaper and simpler to produce, as of course you have many soldiers and including the Home Guard that would have these haversacks as well. So what we shall do is actually take a look at the respirator and its contents. Now then, as you can see, most of the contents will look exactly the same. That being the eye shields, the anti-dimming outfit, and the ointment anti-gas. This one actually came with this haversack with the respirator. So that's how I got my first tin of ointment anti-gas. Is again expensive. I've already made a previous video on those. So now we're going to talk about the respirator. So let me clear all the other contents off and let's bring out the respirator. So here we have the long hosed Mark IV general service respirator. As you can see, the filter has duct tape on. That I taped that up before my health scare, which was previously mentioned in the video about the special T mic. Now the one thing that you might notice is that the filter and the mask are pretty bog standard, but out of it's the hose that's still a stocking net. I believe they still used hoses with stocking net for a short period of time. I think it was mainly stockpiles and reserves. And as you can see, there's the piece of webbing with an eyelet, so you can tie a piece of twine. I'm pretty sure the SBR had a similar thing as well. Take a look at the face piece. The face piece is, oh really, this part 5 1939. This is another normal. Yeah, believe it or not, another size normal. And then we flip it round to the other side. This one is dated Avon 1939. So by this time the Mark IV would still be out. Just trying to get a good profile on the inside. It's the exact same internals. I thought there would be some unique stamps or something. The interesting part is, I don't know whether this is a Mark IV head harness or whatever, but as you can see, it's number 4, and then that could be a 5, I don't know. November 1939. So it's rather interesting on how, because the Mark V didn't come out until later, and yet this is 1939 dated. Of course, the filter is a standard, 6E. This one's even made by Metal Box Company, 1940, number 4A, 1940. But it's just the same. It's the same old Mark IV, but just with a longer hose. And to which I believe these were introduced by either the RAF or the Royal Navy, simply because of, I think they needed to have these when walking about on the airfield, I believe. I don't know if these were issued to the army. I would love to know more information. So far, there's like some of the information I just managed to scrounge off of Wikipedia and also from general knowledge as well. So I just remember these. I think the wiki said that these were given to the RAF or the Royal Navy. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the Mark V general service respirator with the long hose in the Mark VI haversack. It's really a mouthful for me to say. I hope you did enjoy this video. It was a fun. It's definitely interesting to talk about it, as I feel like some of these respirators are a little bit underappreciated, and also the fact is that I haven't talked about them in God knows how long. If you like this sort of content, then please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. And until then, bye for now.